boy Pirate. Welcome to another 88 local videos. Today joining me is HT. Introduce yourself, big boy.
What's up, it's your boy HT out here, captain of the 88 Pirates.
Captain, you hear that, guys? Captain, insane. Anyway, today is the first day of the OPL12 format plus the post ban. This is the tournament with the ban and OP12. We have Piss Kid versus Bonney, the old reliable. What do you think about this matchup, HT?
It's a pretty long matchup, so to speak.
Long matchup. Like what make you think it's long?
It's just two decks that want to sell each other out until they play their bigger bodies and start going at each other.
Yeah, so what would be the key card in this matchup for both the decks here with Yellow Kid and Green Bonney?
Green Bonney, with the new ban list, can change a little bit, but it's emerging as one of the more consistent and decks out there versus Piss Kid. I don't know. I think we're trying to see more from there as a build.
So you don't think? I mean, Piss Kid, Yellow Kid, I think their top end just revolve around 8-drop Kid and 7-drop Law. No?
Yeah, and I think the emergence of the new 6-cost Kuma really makes the deck
6
emerges as a more threat.
Yeah, 6-cost Kuma is on play, heal 1, and then give itself +2 for the turn, and then when it KO on your opponent turn, heal 1.
Yeah.
It does get annoying sometimes. You can basically heal 2 off one card. Here comes the Basil Hawken, and I think the Kid is gonna use the lead effects to make the Basil Hawken a blocker for the turn.
It's a lot of Hodies in that hand.
How many Hody? Can we count that? 1, 2, 3.
3.
There's 3 Hody? Insane. So now on your 5-down turn, I mean, I think usually the first couple of turn here for Bonney is pretty auto-piloted. It's basically swing 5, swing 6, play what's that guy called? Uroge for 4 and restand 1. So we opted for 6 here, but we don't see a Rouge in hand.
Yeah, no, he is probably just leaving 1 open for leader effect, and maybe gonna play a 2 or a 3 cost right there.
2 cost, the new blocker, what's his name? Groche?
Zoro's master.
Zoro
sensei.
So we are going to take the block at 6 here. We should just let the Hawken die, right? Yeah. So lose a life. I don't agree with playing the Hawkins that early. Oh,
he has the
Hawkins for Hawkins. Hawkins for a Hawkins.
That's stand 1 at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I think with the Yellow Kid there, the Hawken early there could have been a misplay. I usually don't like doing 4-drop Hawken that early. You're basically losing the swing value, but what I know, I'm just a commentator. So now on 6-down turn, what do you think expecting from the Kid on 6-down turn here?
I mean, Kuma would be solid.
Kuma idea, right? Because you heal 1, but you don't, the blocker, the 1-drop blocker is no longer valid. Because
he's gonna activate leader effect right away.
Right. Yeah, but like again, like what I'm saying, if you play the Kuma here, that 1-drop blocker, I mean, regardless, it's still a wasted card if you play Kuma because Kuma is not a supernova, so therefore the Apu is not a blocker. Apu need another supernova to be on board to be a blocker, right? So right now the Apu is just dead.
Green Bonney is probably just going to try and clear as much as they can.
I guess so. But 6-cost Kuma coming down here is super. I do think it's a devastating card on 6-drop here. But man, look at that 3 Hody. Just staring down. Oh, and we see a Nico Robin here.
I think Yellow Kid didn't anticipate that the Green Bonney was going to
take the life.
So he wanted to go for 2 there.
Yeah, so I think he should have just played the Robin no matter what there, and then swing asking another card out of hand or taking a life. I think that's just a bit sequencing on the Piss Kid part. But right now, the Bonney have the option to slam a Hody and or play the Searcher, hopefully grabbing a Cavendish. So we're gonna see a 4-1 fair. I mean, you don't want the blocker late game. I don't know, man. There's a lot of cards in the Bonney hand, but nothing is really playable beside for either the Holy or the Searchers.
Yeah, he's probably thinking to himself whether or not he wants to be aggressive, go down to 1 life, or if he wants to take a risk and on the Searchers and see if what he hits or not.
I think against Yellow Kid, going down to 1 life is dangerous because, again, the danger of a cost kid that could just make you go to 0 for, for free is kind of dangerous because now you don't have anything to fall back on when they start dropping back-to-back, 7-drop Law, 8-drop Kid, or even like a 10-drop Ace even.
Yeah, 8-cost Kid is just trying to get to their late game, and they progressively get stronger over time. So we see Bonney's going to be dropped here, going for a search, and ooh.
We have found the only one Cavendish in the 5, the only valid target for the search.
That's a really good card to hit right there. Plays 5 for the Cavendish, restands 2 Dawn.
So now we have 2 Dawn left open. I see another.
Does he want to block her up, or does he want to search again?
I think maximum value here, I think you would go for the search, just because the kid can't not clear all your searches at once.
Yeah, he only has 2 swings on the following turn.
Right, and if you 2 swing and you leave the 4K open, the Hawken is gonna recur more value over time as well. So now we have 3 threat on 4.
It's actually gonna be 1 swing because of the Bonney
effect. Right. So 1 swing, basically 1 swing into 3 threat on boards. Again, scary, right? So I think it's always going to be the searcher there, never the blocker. And I think I've seen his hand, an 8-cost kid. I think you want to save those blocker later on when you're able to drop the 8-cost kid later. Bonney in not an urgency to like do anything, right?
No, Bonney's just trying to stall out little by little, but it's interesting when you have 2 stall decks that going against each other.
Yeah, so I was like, people will call it a snooze fest, Again, you see both of these decks from our previous video. If you have a high rarity deck, you win. However, you can see this, it's not the highest of rarity, so I don't know who can win anymore. It's hard to say.
You know where you can get high rarity cards?
88 CardHouse, baby. Come on, we sell all those singles at the shop. But we are going to see the 6 into the Hawken, resting the leader off the Bonney effects there.
Bonney's gonna take that.
For free. With 3 life.
There seems to be a lot of counter in that Bonney hand.
So we are 1 Dawn, so 7 left open. We are hoping for either a 7-cost Law. That window for that 8-cost kid is now over. You can no longer play that 8-cost kid because 7 Dawn left open. We are going to search for that Basil Hawkins. Again, it's just one of those cards in this matchup where like it just makes the stall game go a little bit faster just by the fact that kid effect can make it a blocker, and then on KO just trash your opponent life is a very strong effect.
We see the Zeus there to eliminate the Supernova.
That is a punishment for not playing the 2-cost blocker, whereas protect the from KO effects there. So we have another blocker on field, and then for 4 we play another Hawkins.
So Yellow Kid's going wide as possible here.
And then we are going to activate kid effects by Basil Hawkins another blocker. That's interesting. I don't think I would have done that. What would you have done there, HD?
Well, I think he's trying to see what his next life is. And I think if Bonney decides to apply pressure towards his board, he can put the Bonney on 1 life.
Yeah, but now you can't. If you do lead effect this turn, you cannot do lead effect again next turn, and it's just a liability on board. Because now you're losing the lead effects next turn unless you have something that fill your hand next turn, as in like a 7-cost Law, or a Kuma in hand, or even a 10-drop Ace. Until then, you are out of luck for lead effect for the turn after.
Well, I guess he's banking on that. We'll see.
So now we have the new card, the 8-cost Mihawk. One of the better cards in this format. What do you think about the 8-cost Mihawk HD?
It's an insane blocker. Get 4 gone back, and at 8k, it's very impressive.
Yeah, so essentially you're playing the 8k blocker for 4 Dawn. I don't know, man. It's kind of strong. I think it's one of the cards that make Green Zoro, the top dog that they are right now, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
So we are going to search for the Bonney.
These Bonnies are earning their mileage. Double searches from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
That hand is going to be thick.
Yeah. I mean, Kid can't really keep up, right? Because the turn before, like we said before, they only got able to get 1 turn, and they have to clear the Cavendish on board, which is always making up this matchup like a harder matchup than it should be. Like, the Cavendish just swing the favor. As long as one Cavendish is able to stay on board, it just swing the game state so much in Bonney favor, because you get 2 free Dawn every turn, basically.
So Bonney is adding a lot of the counter that they were
did they not
seeking.
tap the Dawn? Okay, there you go.
There.
But what were we saying? Sorry.
Bonney finally adds the counter that they so desperately needed from the earlier turns.
Yeah, post having 7. Oh, so we
continues to filter his hand here.
Wait, we opt to counter out instead of just blocking with the Hawkins there. That's very interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
I think the moment you activate Kid effects with the Hawkins, I think you just let it die.
Typically.
But we counter out there with a 2k nonetheless. Very...
We'll see what the yellow kid is cooking here.
Setting 7 down aside, so I'm guessing that's a 7-cost lock coming down here. But against that board, we have two blocker, 1 down open, so you're basically getting like little to no mileage coming in at that board state. It's rough. How are you swinging HD?
I feel like the weenies have to get in there. They have to get rid of the kids, but at the same time there's the Bonney effect, so we'll see what Bonney decides to rest here.
So we're gonna rest the Basil Hawkin. I think that is 6 to lead, I believe.
Yeah.
And
it's a free block.
It's a free block coming in from Bonney's side. Interesting.
The weenies are gonna get in there.
Yep. So 2 to the Bonney, another 2 to the Bonney.
Which is interesting because Bonney could actually counter out of that.
Yeah, but they choose not to because I think the card, they want to save the card from the 8-cost kid, I believe. And here we have the 7 Law put back Basil Hawk at the top life. Attaching Dawn, arrested Dawn to leader, attaching 3 more to swing 9. You think that was that lead or was that Hawkins? Because again, Bonney have a grip in hand. I'd rather swing this at Hawkins, just so just whittle down, so he can deny the 8-cost kid coming out from the next turn. And we have
the block there. He doesn't want to go down to 1 life.
We're gonna flip, make that Basil Hawkins blocker once again. Again, if you're using lead kid effects without using the Basil Hawkins immediately block, it just...
There comes the Hody Jones.
The first Hody Jones. So I'm gonna rest both of the blocker here, or it should be both of the blocker here. Yep. I'm missing a Don.
He was ready. He was eager for that Hody Jones.
He was ready for that Hody Jones. He's like, Hody, I'm coming home. But will the Bonney choose to clear board here? There you go. Take that life. Will the Bonney choose to clear board here, or did he try to go for a lethal ankle next turn? Because we do know there's a second Hody Jones in hand as well. So
Let's see if this yellow kid decides to activate Hawkins effect to draw 2 cards, or if you'd rather have that 1k in hand. Oh, he counters out.
So with that counter,
And another 8.
Bonney is now deciding to board and then
draw the 2 cards.
So
Yeah.
2 trash 1? Or just draw 2?
I think it's just draw 2.
That's pretty good.
And he's just gonna play.
No, it's draw 2 trash 1. Yeah. I'm like, no way, just draw 2. That card too busted.
I'm thinking of the other 2K, the new baby 5.
The baby 5 where it's like the 2K just vanilla draw 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now
I think there's a lot of cards in this matchup where both decks have grown with the new ban list and with the new set of OP12. So it's very interesting to see how this matchup plays out.
definitely. And here the kid is in the position of like what to play, because they did toss an 8 cost kid out the door, right? So now the question is like, does he have a second one? Do you live on the onslaught next turn if you drop a second Hody? So we got to decide to go 9 to face here, I believe. Resting.
Just apply the pressure.
Yeah, resting the Hawkins. Yep. 9 to face, I think just a free block there. Yep. This matchup is, again, it's just a stall game, right? Just like how HG said it before. We are tapping 7, another 7.
There we go. Yeah, yellow kid needed to play another life in order to stay in this game, or else green would just play another Hody and go for game.
Also, green also got a new card, the Deadman Game. I don't think Bonney runs it, but it's such a good card, guys. It's just like Hody, but in a spell for 4. You don't get the rush. I still think Hody is still a better card, but for 4, you can rest 2 things. It's such a good.
It's interesting because if this 8 goes through, he doesn't have to use leader effect on Hawkins anymore, and that's probably why he ends up taking that life and not countering. And now you restand your law instead of your Hawkins.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Good play. Okay, that's a very valid play there. So now Hawkins is dead. There's no point of just like playing the Hawkins anymore. But look at that Bonney hand. It's a grip, and I think it's top deck a Shank. But the Shank doesn't do anything here because the kid can just
probably
outright kill the Bonney next turn. No?
He's probably just gonna try and bait out the free block from the law.
But you think if the Bonney played the Shank here, they would die? I don't think they would die.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Yellow kid probably has no counter for him to be scared of that. He's probably scared of another Hody coming down, so he wanted to use his blocker right away.
I mean, again, I think you can still use the law as a blocker there. Well, I guess the law is a 9k blocker. Makes sense because whole body board is like 8k and below. So I think it's not bad coming out there. So swinging 8 to lead here. We opt to take that.
What's he gonna do with that large hand?
I think he's dropping the kid. Yeah.
Wall
Dropping
up.
the kid. Wall up.
Live another turn.
Yeah, I mean, you're not in danger of dying
Yeah.
with the kid, right? Because the kid basically forcing the opponent to swing into it as a 8k, basically making a leader at 8k with a bunch of 2k in hand. You can see.
Who knew the stall deck is going to stall some more?
Hey man, not me. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. So we can see that there's
He has
4.
plenty of counter.
There's 4 2k, 4 2k, and then like 3 1k in hand. We have 2 blockers on board. Yeah, that kid's not dying anytime soon. But I think another 7 cost law here definitely does help. The 8 cost kit though, I think it's kind of like not useful anymore at this point of the game.
Yeah, no, that when 8 cost green kid comes knocking at your door,
dude, that's like my nemesis since like OP3.
with 2 blockers on the field, I don't think yellow has any outs to that.
No,
They have to swing out.
Not even with.
You have 2 blockers with at least 4 2Ks in hand. Yellow's not in the best position.
Okay, so
I think that it's coming to realization when you're staring at a 8 cost kid.
yeah, I think it's gonna be the last couple of
Your
turns
life
here.
flashes before your eyes, so to speak.
Some foreshadowing.
Some memories.
A kid versus kid. Who you think gonna win? Which kid?
You have to look at yourself in the mirror.
Look at yourself in the mirror. It's kind of crazy. But I don't know, man. It's this matchup. I would. This is like one of the decks that I would want to dodge in a long tournament.
Which one?
Yes. Yes. It's one of those decks I just want to dodge in the tournaments where like if it's a regional, it's a 10-round regional. I want to keep my brain power and my stamina as high as possible. Playing against any of these decks just make me want to like do something I regret.
These are just 2 decks that just like to elongate the game as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
the moment you're able to drop back-to-back bombs, right?
That's how these decks win.
So we are going to see
So he has to bite the bullet and swing largely at the yellow.
Oh, we doing some switcheroonies. So we have 11 into the kid here.
He's gonna get 2 2Ks right there.
I think the 12 is fine. The 11 there was kind of weird. I mean, what are you leaving
Even if he gets a blocker here, you don't clear the kid.
No, but like I think the 12 is a little bit better, just so that you can ask like 3 cards out of hand, because you know for a fact your other laws getting rested no matter what.
There's 2 2Ks.
Tossing away to Hashigi.
At this stage of the game, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess.
And we have another stall card. Live another turn.
So we confirm that the kid does not have any counter in hand if the fact that resolved. 1 Dawn open. I'm guessing for that 1 Dawn yellow event, where it's like plus 3 cheerleader, or is it Red Hawk? Interesting.
How many swings they got? They have 1, 2,
3, 4, 5 with Hody if they chose to play Hody, which I think you can comfortably play Hody here. No life, you'd have nothing to scare of. Dressing the blocker. Opt for the bodies and not for the Dawn. Oh, okay. I was like, am I going crazy, guys? Guys? So we are going to start with, I think you start with a 7, or sorry, not 7, 8. 8 with the Hody here.
It's taken.
8 with the second Hody. 8 with the Mihawk. And then 11.
Remember,
with
he has to
the-
attach 1 Dawn into there at least.
I guess he just said if you don't have the 8 for the you have to counter for the first 3 8s, you're not gonna have to counter for the last one.
And we come to a close.
And we come to a close. Wow, what?
The winner is Kid.
The winner, yeah, wow, who would have thought? Hi guys.